Hi, it's Maria from the Wood County District Public Library, and I want to share a story with you today. I want to share Bunny's Book Club with you. I also want to share some good news that we're starting a WCDPL Bunny's Book Club here at the library, where you can come sign up for Bunny's Book Club. You can do that online at wcdpl.readsquared.com, and we'll help you keep track of your reading. But what we'll do when you sign up is we'll make sure that you get your own bunny. Yeah, so we'll make sure that you get your own bunny when you come into the library after you sign up, to use the curbside service or to just use the browsing collection, to use the collection as a quick browse when we're open. So sign up right now online at wcdpl.readsquared.org, and we will make sure that we get in touch with you, and then you'll get in touch with us to get your bunny. But Bunny's Book Club, you recognize this probably from the cover of our Connect magazine. This story was written by Annie Silvestro and illustrated by Tatiana May Weiss, and she gave us permission to use her art. We really like the illustrations in this book. Look at the end pages. Do you see the end pages on either side of me reading this story? And they're on either side of the story. The end pages, and there's a library card. And who checked out this book? Bunny, bear, porcupine, and raccoon. Let's open this book up and see who those friends are. Bunny's Book Club. Bunny loved books. I love books. You love books? I love books. Look at Bunny's watching. So fun to listen to someone read stories. He loved them ever since he first heard the lady with the red glasses reading aloud outside the library. There's the librarian. As he listened, Bunny imagined himself climbing mountains, captaining a ship, ruling a kingdom. We did a lot of imagining this summer, didn't we, with Imagine Your Story. But when summer ended, storytime moved back inside. Bunny wasn't sure if animals were allowed in the library, but Bunny was sure he couldn't live without books. Night after night, he could hardly sleep for wishing. He had to do something. So with a flashlight in his paws and hope in his heart, Bunny jumped out of bed and tiptoed through the dark. You know where he's going, don't ya? But when he reached the library door, it was locked. So were the windows. Bunny tried digging, climbing, and yanking. Nothing worked until finally he noticed the book return. The shiny handle was far above his head, but it was no match for a high-hopping Bunny hungry for books. Bunny leapt. He clung to the bar, flung himself over, and wiggled his cottontail through the slot. He landed inside with a thud. Bunny's eyes sparkled at the sight of the shelves bursting with books. It was better than a field full of fresh, crunchy carrots. Bunny didn't know where to start. He took a deep breath. It smelled as if he were wrapped inside the pages of his favorite book. Followed his nose to the adventure section. There he found stories about swashbucklers, sharks, and superheroes. Bunny greedily grabbed for them all. His whiskers twitching with excitement, he slipped his treasures through the book slot one by one. Then, performing his best balancing act, Bunny wobbled home. Couldn't wait to dig in. Balancing those books, that's a fun thing to do on your head. And so Bunny returned to the library each night. He searched and sneaked, then scurried back to read. Soon his home was more books than burrow. Then one evening, a loud knock startled Bunny. He closed his book and opened the door. "Where have you been?" asked Porcupine. "Reading," said Bunny. "Why?" said Porcupine. Bunny's eyes opened wide. "Why?" he sputtered. "Have you ever been to the library?" It was time for Bunny to let Porcupine in on his secret. "Are you sure this is a good idea?" said Porcupine. "Calm your quills," said Bunny. "I'm too prickly. I'll never fit." Bunny pushed and shoved until pop went the porcupine. Bunny slipped and flipped on his flashlight. Bunny slipped in and flipped on his flashlight. "Whoa," said Porcupine. "I know," said Bunny. "Do you think there's a story about balloons? I've always wondered about balloons." "Most definitely," said Bunny. "The library has stories about all kinds of things." Sure enough, Porcupine found books on balloons, and on deserts and dunes, on caterpillars and cocoons. When Bunny handed him one about hedgehogs, he hugged it. The two friends took turns cramming books out the slot. Their towers teetered so high they could barely carry them. Back at Bunny's, they cozied up with cups of tea and carrot muffins. Together they read until sunrise. All night. One night, Bear noticed the light on at Bunny's. He opened the door and tripped over a stack of books. "What's going on?" said Bear. "Here," said Bunny, handing him a book. Bear made room and settled in to read. Soon more curious animals began visiting. "Do you have any books about outer space?" said Bird. "Or about volcanoes?" asked Mole. "I'd like a ghost story," said Mouse. "I think it's time for a field trip," said Bunny. You know where they're going. One by one, the animals stuffed themselves inside the library. Bear caused a bit of a delay. They scattered about, sniffing the stacks, pawing over pages. Squirrel gathered stories about the circus. Raccoon nabbed one about outlaws and bandits. Frog found a fairy tale. No one heard the key in the front door. No one heard the clack, 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 clacking of the footsteps. No one heard the light flick on. Uh-oh. "What do we have here?" said the librarian. The animals looked up in shock. Bunny gasped. Porcupine gaped. Bear groaned. "Follow me," she said. The animals marched slowly behind her. "We're done for," whispered Porcupine. "All libraries have rules," said the librarian sternly. Bunny's whiskers crumbled. Porcupine's back bristled. Bear eyed the door. Bunny stepped forward to take the blame. The librarian leaned down. "The first rule is every book lover must have one of these," she had said. She handed Bunny and his friends shiny new library cards. "Now you may borrow books," she said, smiling, "as long as you return them, of course." Bunny couldn't believe his ears. They couldn't keep coming. They could keep coming to the library. "Sure, here's your library card." He beamed at his fellow readers, then bounced to the shelves. he picked the perfect book and he proudly checked out the very first official selection for Bunny's Book Club. There it is. All back home with their books, all these friends. Bunny's Book Club. Well, that's what we would like you to do, is to come to the library and sign up. Just go online and sign up for Bunny's Book Club, and we will be able to give you, when you come to the library or come call us at curbside, we'll be able to give you one of your very own bunnies to read to do homework with, maybe to do some yoga with, some meditation, just to have a friend to kind of hang on to. Yeah, we want you to have your very own friend to read to and to do stuff with. So join our Bunny's Book Club. And if you don't already have your very own library card, please come to the library and get your own library card. And we'll also have a raffle for a larger bunny during the month of September, because September is library card sign up month. And you can get all the information about our library card at WCDPL.org. So come to the library and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Until next time, take care.